And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world.
G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Enno here from Fantasy Take TV. Oh boy, it's getting bad. It's getting bad. Just scraped the 2100 this week and back outside the top 3k. And look, the rank's obviously not amazing. It's okay. Obviously, we'd like to be pushing on more, but the trades we did this week and where it puts us in position for future weeks is pretty much a season killer. So, used my last boost sort of the week before, saved a couple hundred K, or sort of boosted to get Simpson and Chincotta, and had a couple hundred K to then use on either, Hopper and two of Hopper, Ashcroft and Warple to get up to some premiums. And that's what I did. I did, unfortunately, the worst of those three, or the two best of those three, if you will, in Ashcroft and Warple out, in keeping Hopper and his 40 and injury score, and went to Brayshaw, who was okay. I mean, I didn't see him any Saturday games, but was okay. Just didn't score too well. And Mills, who got a 4, got subbed out, and has got a calf or Achilles issue that's going to be, I assume, multi-week as well. And with no boost left, having to deal with Hopper and Mills in the same week, I simply can't get an upgrade done. And it's sort of, you get a 500k player like Mills or 520 and he's down to 470. It's complete season killer and absolutely stuffed me for upgrades, and it's just really, really killed me. So when you look at the team, you'll just see how stuffed I truly am. I guess all things considered, it could have been even worse, the score. So, if Mills actually plays and scores 100, let's say I go 2200, and it's probably not too bad. You probably hold rank or so, I think, or around that mark. But just absolutely absolute killer. Just outside the buys, used my last boost. Obviously, can't fix it this week, and kills the team. Really, really kills the team. Copped a couple L's in draft as well. So an absolute stinker of a week for me. And I know it was, not just myself. It was a pretty bad week for injuries. We had like Laird and Steele not finish the game today, but supposedly should be alright. But obviously Mills, Hopper, who I both had. There's probably others I'm forgetting because I simply have just suppressed a lot of the footy this weekend. But just an absolute killer for a lot of people. So look, there's not much you could do with things like this. I think Mills, has played the last 30 games since he's missed a game. So that's over 2 seasons ago since he missed. And it happens to be in the first 3 minutes, and you cop a score like that on field, and just absolutely kills you. And I ended up not taking Clary VC because I was just like, stuff it. I'll just whack the C on someone else, try and get a monster score and put it on dunks, and he only went 103. So, we didn't lose that massively there, but it's just been, I think I was about 1,000th on the dot maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, and since then just made pretty, not bad trades in a sense, but the trades I have done have just really killed me. And now I'm sitting at 3k and can't fix this problem, and season's pretty much over. So, I think the leagues are still doing all right. We've still got the top few leagues on the leaderboard, so that's my motivation to keep keep my team somewhat competitive to hold those up. Got Locke, who's now sitting at 3rd. Got Geigo, who's sitting, I think, 20th. So a couple of boys that I'll be rooting for this year. But that's and Bex as well, who's I think top 100, and Zach as well. So there's a lot of people doing well actually. So rooting for all those boys, but I mean, once you see what I can do with this team now, you just know how much a shambles I'm in. So we'll quickly go through the team. Watched a bit of today's games. As I said, Saturday didn't see pretty much any footy till the night games. Sort of bit of those. Went down, actually watched the VFL. My mate's captain of Frankston, so shout out to Fordham. Did quite well, had about 29, 30 touches, but they went down massively to North, who Benny, another mate of mine, plays for, and North looked really good. CCJ kicked like 9 snags, absolutely dominated. I think he had like 160 dream team in the end, and he took a lot of contested marks, honestly. I don't know the scores, but it would have been 200 Supercoach if anyone knows that. But he was good. Wardlaw looked really good. I expect him to be in the team, if not next week, pretty soon, considering how North are going. And Taron Thomas as well played all right, but I think, yeah, we'll see if he gets back in. But yeah, regardless, I didn't see any Saturday afternoon games. So a bit of a blessing, I guess, if I was watching that City game and watched Mills get subbed off at the start. But, you know, I sort of just looked down at my phone and went, oh, great. Yeah, anyway. So, look, it is what it is, but we'll just get to the team, get through it, and then I'll show you what the hell I can do with trades, because it is not much. It is a bit of a shambles. So, Dawson, just a really bad ratio game from him. Ball use was poor. Kicking efficiency way down. So, you know, could have been a monster game from him, but just didn't use it too well. Nick came back with a bang. I think 40 touches, I think, in the end today. So, he's flying. Collingwood are flying as usual. They have been all year. Sicily, a big bounce back game. Didn't see the game, but I sort of saw when the team sheets were out, you know, with Weddle staying in, Blank coming in, although he got subbed, didn't he, early. He just was freed up a bit more, and I guess that probably benefited him. So that's good to see. Average back over 100. Sinclair, pretty poor trading now over the first 2 weeks. You know, I'm not going to be upset with him from here on out. I think he'll be okay, but to drop a 60 in, you know, second week of owning him, that's a killer. When I could have got Zeeble, could have got a plethora of other players still at that price, and he's gone backwards actually since I've got him, so that sucks. Will Day's just sort of been okay, hitting 85s, 90s, so again, not the greatest trade in either. And then Sheasel might be a buy flip by the time round 15 comes, but we'll see that then. Positive, I guess, is that I got Weddle in, so that was okay. And he went quite well, so hopefully we'll make a bit of money for us. Bond sort of had a big last quarter. Was you know, not on to, by his standards, not going great Supercoach wise for a lot of that game. Clary was good. Just didn't go monster either, so you know, didn't really take the VC score. You know, a lot of people did, and in the end, obviously, I should have. But yeah, it's just been really solid all year. Walsh, I guess, is one of the bright spots in my team ever since getting him in. Been one of the best trading I've had in the last 5 or 6 weeks. He's gone really well. Tom Green, started. No, I think he had like decent middle patch of the game, and then started poorly and then finished poorly as well, something like that. And then Andy just not able to score. Supercoach at the minute. You know, he had 30 touches still, but largely uncontested, and didn't use it great by foot either. Looking at the stats, so still, you know, pretty happy with him going forward. Mills, as we said, like, just to get him in at, what was he, 520 last week, and then drop the 4, and just be, you know, 470 this week, having to be a trade out, and just no one to go to. He's just an absolute killer. So that really hurts me. You know, this week I would have sort of looked at going Hopper up with like a Cowan down and getting in someone like Zach Merritt or someone like that, and just with the Mills injury, it pretty much kills me from doing an upgrade there. And you know, other options, I guess, were like Steele, who, you know, didn't turn out great either, but at least he scored some points and is a chance to play next week. Once again, the best option was to go Jack Zeeble, even though I'm sort of full on defenders and forwards. You know, I could have made that work, and again, that was once again the best choice. So not doing that another week is just part and parcel of the pain. Hopper, as we said, got subbed out. I think was it early third with a calf issue as well, so he'll obviously a must trade. And then Chincotta didn't score well at all, so I guess, right, you know, just with him now is the hope that he holds his spot in the coming weeks up until his bye. MJ, I guess, hopefully comes back this week into the team off his suspension. Rouse, and I believe some of the boys are saying had a good game in the VFL, but neither here nor there. And then Constable, not worth talking about him ever again, as much as people love to. English, so I guess now you could sort of say the trade out of Shrek to him has been poor, because Shrek's he had a poor game last week, but with the 150 this week is sort of, haven't done the maths, but they're probably pretty even on points. So there's a trade sort of lost there. Something to see what happens going forward, but obviously that hasn't really panned out. Rowan's bounced back nicely, average up at 110 and up over 600k. So he's come good, as I was always confident that he would. There, so there's 3 really good rucks you can own, and I guess it's not majorly important which 2 of them you have, but they're all going pretty well. And then there's Gorn, I guess, as well, who might get forward status. Timmy just had a really bad game by foot, so wasn't able to turn up there. Dunks was going okay until he sort of went forward and then just rested in the last quarter. Didn't really have a point in trying hard in the fourth quarter of that game. So, we've seen a lot of that, I guess, with a lot of these mids and players in general. Just game's done, getting put on ice a bit and not getting risked. So look, not much you can do about it, but it is a bit frustrating. Errol's just been on fire, so big VC option this week. I'm sure a lot will be considering after going 150 back to back, but that's obviously a lot of the time how that works is he'll go poor, even though it looks like a great matchup this week against North. Rosie solid again, and then Butters has gone really well too, who we don't have. So another person I could have brought in over the last 3 or 4 trade-ins that I haven't, and it's going really well. Samson's been awesome, so made us a lot of cash, low break even again. Nank possibly back soon, this week or next, so for owner's sake, hopefully he's out one more. And to be honest, even as a Richmond fan, I hope Nank's, we wait until he's fully right anyway, so we'll see what happens there. And then Simpson pretty good, and Seamus Mitchell pretty good as well, or really good, to get that out of him, and that'll really kickstart some extra cash gen. Break even down to 5, so all going well, he should get over 300k, which is really good for us. So look, that's how the team sits. If Mills wasn't, if Mills was another primo going well, I'd make the Hopper upgrade this week to probably give Zach Merritt and continue, but that's not the case. Don't have a boost here. Got 50k in the bank. Let's move that across, and Hopper and Mills out leaves me 966k, and that just quite frankly isn't enough for any sort of 2 combination of primos that makes sense. Like if I grab Darcy Cameron, as a few people might look at this week, off his injury for 494, it leaves me 472 for a midfielder, and there just isn't anything at that price that's worth talking about. Like, I was having a look, obviously, after the news to see if there's anyone sort of worth bringing in. Whitfield crossed my mind as a sort of defender mid that, someone you could put down back, maybe once I get rid of a Shees or something. But do I really want to go down that path? Probably not. Obviously, Mills is there. Thank you, mate. I don't know why I'm even bothering scrolling through this, because nothing will stand out as a logical option. Maybe if we go into defenders, you might find something here, but I mean, really, what am I doing here? So, yeah, there's nothing. Maybe Ed Richards for 439k might seem like it's a bit unders, but again, what am I doing? So, what I've thought about and what I'm looking at is, unfortunately, just going to be going nowhere with my team, and it's going a bit sideways. But Drury obviously dropped to 17. I think you can still go him. Like, North had 4 injuries or so in the match. He'll probably continue to play. 17 does hurt hurt a bit with the cash gen, but he might be able to obviously score another decent game soon and then kickstart some more. Sharps there as an option as well. Maybe only a bit worried about his job security with Rich coming back. So you'd like to see Rich back and named, and him stay in, and then you could think about it. And there's Bailey Humphrey, who, to be honest, I don't even think is that great of a pick. And if you weren't in my position and you were just making an upgrade, I wouldn't dare tell you to go in. But he did just drop 117, playing a bit more around the ball, albeit against West Coast. So fully aware of that, and how much of a training drill that is. Has some tougher games against Brisbane away, Dogs up in Darwin, Crows up in Darwin. So not fully expecting much from him. But the 117 is in his cycle, and if we sort of look at projecteds, he could go 50s and make maybe 100k from there. But it's really not logical at all, and there isn't a hell of a lot of other things I could think of. I'd just do this, and then I'd get a premium of my choice, obviously with all the money. I'm not obviously going anywhere with the team. I'm just getting a better premium, not making an upgrade. Or the other one, instead of Humphrey, is Aaron Francis, who is now 215 and just dropped a 90 playing sort of key post defence for Sydney. So there's those two. Or again, I just bite the bullet, go down to a jury or whatever, and just join everyone else there, bank some more cash, and then, as I said, just get premium of choice, really. And to be honest, I'd probably still look at Merritt with the run coming up. I'd have 300k here to next week, maybe go, Cowan down still, and then a dead rook or something up, like Matty Roberts or something. Like that to God knows who. But, something along those lines. It does force me into fielding sort of like all my rooks. So I probably wouldn't field Drury, but I'd field Mitchell, I'd field Simpson, Chincotta and Ryan. So, still fielding 4 rooks. Everyone's probably way ahead of me fielding, maybe at least 3, probably maybe even just 2. And really puts me behind, but unfortunately that's what Mills has done to me. That's what getting him in and copying that this week has done to my team with no boost left. And yeah, the position it's put me in is pretty dire. So that's the way I'm looking. If you could tell, not the happiest about it, but I guess everyone else in this position, you'd be in the same boat. I think AC is another one of the Regs boys. It's the same as me with no boost left. I think the few others that went Mills still have a boost. So unfortunately, I've just been churning through mine, trying to get upgrades done, and then using the last one this week has unfortunately really cost me with a couple of injuries. So that's where I sit. Unfortunately, that's all I can really see that's viable. Let me know if you see anything else that I could possibly do. I mean, I'll talk it over with George and JD. I think JD's going really well, hit the top 200. George had a bit of a similar week to me and still, I think, 5 or 6k. So me and George are struggling, but JD's going well. And we'll chat over with those boys what they think I can do, what we think you guys out there can do. Trying to decipher what rookies to bring in and how to attack the buys, which are coming around pretty soon. So that was another thing with Humphrey that is a positive, is that he plays during that, has the good buy and will play in all the others. So if he's, there he's similar with Atkins. Obviously, if you got a Rory Atkins in, hopefully they hold their spot and they can cover for you over the buys. But anyway, that's enough from me. Let me know how you went below. I dare hope to say it was better than me, because team's in a bit of a mess at the minute, but we'll move on. We'll keep playing away, and hopefully can make a bit of a comeback and sort of top one. I'm still at 3k, so top 1k is still my goal. Sort of is at the start of every year, but there was an opportunity for me to go better than that this year, but a few things haven't gone my way. Made a couple of bad trades, and this is where I sit. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Cheers.